Ladies and gentlemen, according to the Daily Beast, Fox News has lost half of its viewership. Newsmax has more than doubled its viewership within the past couple of days, actually. Okay? This is a Daily Beast article. Fox's post-Tucker primetime ratings fall off cliff, Newsmax surges. Okay? According to Alan Dershowitz, Fox News didn't even have to settle. According to Alan Dershowitz, it is the corporation that has to prove damages. Okay, when you sue for libel or defamation, in this case it was a defamation suit, you have to explain, hey, that coverage at Fox News lost our corporation X amount of dollars. There was not even 1 cent that was shown, according to Alan Dershowitz and other, I think also Jonathan Turley, I believe, I'm not sure, but there was not 1 cent that was presented in court as having been lost by the corporation suing Fox News. They're supposed to have lost a great deal of money, or at least the money that they're suing for. So they sued for $1.6 billion. Fox News, along with the stock plummeting, lost around $2 billion. And they settled for $787 million, including the $2 billion. That's included within the $2 billion they lost. So along with the settlement and the stock tanking, Fox News lost to around $2 billion. Now, there's something going on. There's obviously politics at play. Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries wrote a letter, and then a couple weeks later, Tucker Carlson is kicked out of Fox News. The interesting thing is that Newsmax is now, they're going through a similar lawsuit from another corporation. They might actually abide by Alan Dershowitz. They should hire Alan Dershowitz. If they hire Alan Dershowitz to represent them, Newsmax, they'll probably save hundreds of millions of dollars, or who knows? Like, it could be thrown out. It hasn't been thrown out, but the point is, there are things that had to have happened for Fox News to settle. They just decided to settle, and the reason they decided to settle and kick Tucker Carlson out was purely political. This shows that they don't care about their viewers at all. Fox News has no regard for their viewers. CNN and MSNBC, they only care about their viewers because they know that if they don't give exactly what their viewership wants, they won't be around in terms of corporations. Fox News believes that they can insult or demean, I should say not demean, but insult their viewers by just forcing out the most popular person on their network. And they believe that they don't even have to give the viewership, exactly what they've, like, the most important person on that network anymore. They don't have to give that show. They don't have to give that viewpoint. They don't have to present a political viewpoint that is outside the mainstream, which is what millions upon millions of Americans want. They want to be able to think freely. They want to be able to listen to and perhaps ponder and assess a viewpoint that isn't sanctioned by everybody from Jimmy Kimmel to the Washington Post to the Democratic Party to tech platforms. They want to be able to hear things that perhaps are outside of a fabricated, coerced, contrived consensus of very smart people who happen to always vote Democrat. So with Tucker Carlson, Fox gave its viewers an outlet to look at a different way of seeing the world. They have now told their viewership, Fox News, that they just don't care about them at all. And that, you know what, we'll just replace Tucker Carlson with a more diluted and less controversial person. The issue with controversy, or when Democrats or media say it's polarizing, all that means is that the arguments are effective, and because the arguments are effective and logical and rational and reasonable and resonate with a great many people, and are able to refute or serve as a rebuttal to the mainstream, the people who would be harmed politically, the Democratic Party, react with indignation that you've never seen before. That's making it so polarizing. Okay? There used to be a time, and this is why Newsmax is surging and taking Fox News viewership. Newsmax has more than doubled its viewership in the past couple of days. Fox News has its viewership has plummeted. And the reason is that if Newsmax continues, or at least serves as an alternative to Fox News, let's say Tucker Carlson goes to Newsmax, it'd be like amazing. But when you are able to give people an alternative to the coerced, fabricated, contrived consensus, and you're able to give people a viewpoint that, like, there are million sub-channels, okay, on this platform that simply regurgitates CNN or MSNBC, but in a different manner. They just maybe verbatim or repackage it for a far left audience. But at the end of the day, you have a group of people who will always vote blue no matter who, will never in a million years consider voting for anyone that isn't sanctioned by the CNN, MSNBC, Washington Post media establishment. Okay? That's why when they cheated Bernie Sanders, and I said, I'm not voting for Bernie. I was the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet, according to the Huffington Post. I was the unofficial scribe of Sanders' most hardcore voters, according to the Washington Post. When I said, I'm not voting for Clinton, and I was published in The Hill, the Huffington Post, and Salon, stating, yeah, you know what, they cheated Bernie Sanders, or you know what, I'm not going to vote for Clinton, I'd rather have Bernie Sanders. I thought that Bernie would be, like, hey, I'm voting Trump, and I did 2 years ago, and in 24 I will again, because Donald Trump is exactly what I thought Bernie Sanders would be, okay? We had record low poverty with Trump. We had the Doha Agreement that brought Americans home. We had the first president to step foot in North Korea. We had the Abraham Accords, okay? We had these landmark accomplishments in terms of foreign policy, but we had record low poverty. Real wages were up. We had record highs in household median income. We had 2% inflation. The economy was better for everybody. That's what I thought Bernie Sanders would preside over, okay? But he is part of a gigantic racket. Bernie Sanders gets cheated by the DNC, then says that Trump is the big menace to society. It's like, what? Look what they did to you, Bernie. My God. It's like, nobody has appreciated their tormentors more than Bernie Sanders. But not Sanders. It's unbelievable. But anyway, the media paranoia over Trump is completely sensationalized, contrived. You don't have to even like Trump. But don't say he's going to devour democracy. Because the true totalitarians and despots and authoritarians in history have control over media, intel agencies, and they go after the direct political rival in court with absurd charges, which is exactly what's going and taking place against Trump. So you must not know anything about history if you think Trump's the despot. Because it's the Democratic Party that censored the New York Post through Twitter. It's the Democratic Party that's going after Trump now, while the FEC didn't even find him in New York. New York Democrats are going, and then we have Georgia Democrats, and I'll talk about that a bit later. But going after Trump, and they'll probably indict him this summer. But if Newsmax serves as an alternative, then that's a fantastic thing. As it is right now, Fox News, either Rupert Murdoch's family wants to sell Fox News for a couple billion, who knows, to somebody. Who's going to buy Fox? I don't even know. It'd be hilarious if, MSNBC, CNN, who owns them? What? Not Disney owns ABC. Turner, what is it? Anyway, who owns CNN? Anyway, it'd be interesting if they buy Fox News. Warner Brothers, sorry. What if Warner Brothers buys Fox from Rupert Murdoch, and then there's three. There's a third CNN, MSNBC. Then Newsmax would be even better. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right